Hi lovelies, and welcome to today's video. We have made it through week 7 of pregnancy with baby number 2. So today is going to be another pregnancy update. If you guys are new to my channel, hello, my name is Alyse. I am the mama of the Sykes fam. My husband Donald and I have one daughter already. Her name is Kala. She just turned 2 here recently. And we are so excited to be pregnant with baby number 2. We did unfortunately have a miscarriage earlier this year that I did document, so I will link that video up in the iCard in case you guys are interested in going to see that part of our journey. But that is a huge reason why I am so extra grateful this time around to be at or past the 7-week mark and able to sit down and do a 7-week pregnancy update with you guys. If you guys saw the last video, which was my 6-week update, you will know that that was an even bigger week. It was a huge milestone for us. It included so much. So I will also link that video for you in the iCard in case you want to stop this video, pause it, and go back and watch that one first to catch up. So throughout the 7th week of pregnancy, I took notes, wrote things down that I thought were new or maybe improving or getting worse. And then that way I could bring them all to you guys here on my phone and we can share what I've been going through for my week 7 of pregnancy. One of the first things I noticed was I was having an increase in pelvic and round ligament pain, which if you guys aren't sure what round ligament pain, I would definitely suggest Googling it because it will give you like a very specific area that you typically find the pain in if it is in fact round ligament pain. And I remember my first pregnancy with Kala basically never having round ligament pain. All the pain that I ever talked to my doctor about with Kala was I had major sciatica pretty early on, which I've mentioned to you guys in these videos before. And sciatica is pretty much completely different than round ligament pain. It's a completely different area. So I know that this is not sciatica, this is definitely round ligament pain. So I'm feeling like just more of like sensitive muscle stretching type feelings. And then I'm also even having some sharp pains. When I was sitting at my desk this past week, I got up like super quickly and I felt a pull like basically right on my hip muscle down into like my pelvis area, and it was because that round ligament muscle is being stretched already, so any sort of like sudden movement just took it over the edge apparently, which I think is so interesting that I didn't have any of that, and now so early on I'm experiencing quite a bit. I'm also just feeling like weightedness in that area, so like kind of down where my uterus and my pelvis is. I feel just like that area growing and like weighing down more in everything that I'm doing, really. So one of my first products that I'm going to be sharing with you guys during these pregnancy updates is a support band. So I picked up one from Amazon. They look like this. I have a ton of these. I had like 4 when I was pregnant with Kala, and I pulled those up out of storage. And then I also picked up another color. I didn't have a gray, so I picked this up off of Amazon. And this is actually a plus size, so it's pretty much way too big at this point. I think that this will be more beneficial when I get a larger bump, which for me typically doesn't happen until like late in my 3rd trimester basically. The brand of this is called Bellavation. It's an XL, but I'm pretty sure that was their considered like plus size. I'll link it for you guys down below in case you're interested or in case you're not using one of these. I will say that they're not going to give you like extreme support, but this will give you just a little bit of support, and it makes me feel more comfortable throughout the day just doing all of my daily activities, lifting my daughter, doing everything around the house, cleaning, picking up after the dog, all of those kinds of things. It just gives me a little bit of extra support, which is helpful and so interesting again that it's happening so early, that I'm having those feelings so early. It's also been really helpful in comparison to the support band to be wearing high-waisted leggings. So I have a couple pair of those that go up higher than others, and those themselves basically have like a built-in support band. So I've been wearing those a lot more for that same reason. I've noticed some changes in my digestive system. So I've noticed a little bit of slight constipation, and then I've also noticed an increase in burping, which is just so random and strange. And I've also noticed an overall increase in moments where I'm having extreme nausea. And one of the ways that I'm tackling that is by basically forcing myself to eat something, which is so horrible sometimes, because when you are that nauseated, the last thing you want to do is eat something. But what I'm finding, that is exactly what I need to do to take away some of the nausea. So it's like this vicious cycle. I've noticed I've been getting tired just from doing smaller things. Like I just feel almost complete exhaustion from like walking up the stairs, bringing my daughter breakfast or something, like just the smallest stuff. I just feel like, oh, I need to sit down. I'm so exhausted. This week is also when I noticed I really started getting to the point where I was like extremely hot. I know that in the past I'd mentioned I've been going like hot, cold, and that's still happening, but it's gotten to the point this past week where I'm like, it is blazing, something is wrong, we need to get the AC turned up like major. And this is the first week I've also noticed people making comments about it. Like my husband will say one thing, my daughter Caleb will say one thing, my mom comes over pretty often and she comments on it. So this is the first week that it's been like extremely hot to me. Another different thing that I've noticed is I think I'm losing my sense of smell. I don't know if that's a good thing or a not good thing. I remember telling you guys in one of my first pregnancy update videos, I think it was my very like the earliest pregnancy symptoms video that I did, I told you guys I was smelling stuff and I'd be like, oh, that is so rank, and like nobody else could smell it. Well, now it's almost like the opposite. I have a very keen sense of smell. Like I can smell one thing really well, but overall my sense of smell is just like lifting away. It's very, very weird. The last thing that I've noticed that's different about week 7 is I can't get comfortable at night. I have the most comfortable bed. I love our bed. It is extremely comfortable. Yet this past week I noticed myself tossing and turning more than I ever have. I'm tired, but I can't go to sleep. So that pregnancy insomnia is starting up so early. So then of course that just kind of feeds into the exhaustion that I feel during the day because I'm not getting the greatest sleep. Week 7 has been overall a pretty great week, relatively, because let me tell you, I am now into week 9 and you guys, it's kicking my butt. So if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, you will definitely want to do so by hitting that red subscribe button down below before you guys leave today's video. I have another pregnancy update coming at you very, very soon. That will be week 8, and then we will be officially caught up into real time. So I know a lot of you were questioning like, where are you actually at? I wanted to include all of these symptoms that I noted, that I wrote stuff down about on my channel, because there's so many of you who are pregnant around a really similar time. And I also wanted to document this stuff for myself because I barely remember what happened in my first pregnancy, except that it was basically blissful up until the very end. I wasn't on YouTube then, so I want to be documenting this stuff for myself. I also have a couple other videos on the horizon. One of them coming up very soon again will be how I got pregnant with PCOS. I know I haven't really touched on the fact that I have PCOS in a lot of my pregnancy update videos, but I will be including part of my story in that video coming up very soon. I know that was requested and you guys said, as I mentioned it in a previous video, that you would definitely want to see that video, so that's coming up. And then at some point, once I feel like I've gotten a really good handle on my nausea, I am going to compile a list of things for you guys to tackle fatigue and nausea, especially in the first trimester. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you're excited. Let me know where you guys are at in your pregnancy and how things are going for you, or if you had one particular symptom in week 7 that just like ruled your world. Leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video and watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.